Nothing's ever short when I start talking. In fact, Spencer reminded me at the table there, it's like, you'll probably have a few minutes to say. So I want to start by saying I'm Terry Goldman, the proud father of the bride.
Wrong speech.
Wrong speech, sorry. It's been a speech week.
We can hear that one though. Yeah.
No.
I think we should. You got
You
it
think
right.
Paul was crying? No, you don't want to do that. I told Spencer it was only one page, too. So one of the things I remember about Kelly during our interview process is she wanted to be independent in her job. In more words than not, she basically said, tell me what you want me to do and let me go do it, which sounded really familiar to a conversation I had with someone when I started. So I immediately said, this is the right one. And so her start date, and for a lot of people here, this is gonna, it pains me to say this, but some of you weren't even around, but, well, I guess you were during the start date. Her start date was September 5th, 2001. Now, talk about being independent. I wasn't even here. I was in China for three weeks. So our onboarding process has improved quite a bit. And so I don't know if I ever told you that I wasn't going to be around, but it was good that you were independent because I was not around. And obviously at the start of her second week, you have 9/11 happen. So if you consider a first week coming into an organization, she was transitioning from being a mom to coming back to work. So there's some stress involved in that. The guy that hired you is nowhere to be found, and then you have 9/11 happen. It was stressful to say the least. But from her start date forward, it was challenging, but her determination just got her through that with flying colors, and nothing's changed since then. From her start date forward, she's brought so much value to the King Technology organization. Frankly, I can't verbalize how much she's brought to this organization. She has her hand in just about every operational process in the company, and her overall knowledge of the organization is unparalleled. I think the person that just spoke and Kelly, between the two of them, we could all go home and you guys would run the entire company. You guys know that much, and it's I didn't realize that you started at the same time, and it's neat to see the rapport that you have. Her sense of responsibility to herself, her coworkers, our suppliers, and our customers drives her every day to be her best so we can serve others the best. She's acknowledged as one of the brightest people in the organization, and one who first comes to mind when you ask yourself, or at least for me, if I ask myself, who can I put in charge of this project and know that it's going to get done? She's one of the first people that comes to mind, and she's proven that time and time again. In short, she's the true center of the operations team. And our success, and most certainly my success, is directly related to your efforts, so thank you. As I reflected on the service awards I presented to Kelly, I'd asked Becky and Lisa to send them to me. My memory isn't quite good enough to remember what I gave her 15 years ago. But as I looked at them, I realized they really align with what our values are long before we formally established our values, and I think we can say that about every person in this organization has all that values. It started with Joe, and as we've hired people, everyone has had that value, but it really struck me. 5 years I gave her an essence of determination, and as I thought about it, she was immersed in courage and determined to make the difficult transition from a full-time mom to a working mom, learn everything she could at work while also still being a wonderful mother to Kara and Allison. Nailed that. 10 years, I gave her a power of attitude, and I reflected she'd strive for and created long-term relationships with our suppliers and in some cases our customers. For a long time it was Kelly and I. Kelly kind of took over the face of being that first contact with our suppliers. 15 years I gave her the courage of integrity. She reflected integrity while holding our suppliers and others accountable for their actions, including herself. No one is harder on themselves than Kelly. She will always make sure she does the right thing. And so for 20 years, I picked a plaque that's excellence. And she always goes above and beyond to do her absolute best for herself and others. And so with the plaque, it shows some azaleas, And it basically states, success is a direct reflection of the effort, pride, and passion with which a person lives. So I'm very proud to honor you with 20 years of service.
I'd like to say that I put thought into what I'd say, but really the only thing I've been thinking about is I can't possibly be old enough to have been here. So thanks for reminding me. But truly, Joe and Mary, and especially Terry, thanks for everything. I love working here. It truly is a family to me, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. And I couldn't have worked for a better person than Terry. I think we're a lot alike, so I don't know if that's good or bad for anybody.